It's Kyle here, and I have recently had a very interesting YouTube-related experience. And it was actually, I would say, kind of my first interaction with a super mega star from YouTube. Really the only YouTubers I've ever had a chance to interact with before. I've had some friends that I've met through some various channels that are kind of the same level as me. You know, basically kind of people that do it more as a hobby. Just a few hundred to maybe 1,000 or two subscribers, nothing more than that. So I've never really had a chance to see in person what it's like for the more professional YouTubers. So how this interaction came about was a filming project that happened at my parents' house and farm that I happened to grow up on. And first let me explain how this came about. In Georgia, which if you don't know, has seen a real huge boom in filming the past few years. In fact, now only is third in the United States in filming, only behind California and New York. And basically the way it works is that film scouts have access to this photo database that the state of Georgia compiles, and people can basically put photos of property on the database if they're interested in having stuff filmed there. So the state then gives filmers access to this database. So if they're looking for an old abandoned warehouse to film at, they just have to go to this database, enter that to the search bar, and all the old abandoned warehouses in Georgia that people have said people can film at just pop up. So it really speeds up the process of them being able to find locations to film at. So through my job, I'm actually involved in the local committee that does film stuff that kind of helps supply local photos to the state database. So when this got first set up, I actually submitted photos of my parents' farm. So, because I figured people might be interested in filming at the pasture. There's a couple of small old lakes. There's one of those traditional old red barns. So I submitted some photos. And that was 2 or 3 years ago. Nothing's ever really happened. I think my dad said there was one time a film scout had contacted him, but it was even on a day that my dad wasn't going to be home. So he never really visited and nothing ever came out of it. But about a month or so ago, he was contacted. And it was somebody interested in filming on the farm. So I'm sure somebody entered, farm, barn, that type of stuff, and my dad's house came up. So the scout was really dealing for my dad, so the first thing my dad told me is somebody wants to film a music video on the farm, and they want to film a little bit at the house, but mainly around the farm, in the pastures, around the lake, at the barn, stuff like that. And so my first question was, well, who's the music video for? And my dad's like, he didn't really mention, he said a few things, but I didn't really understand what he was talking about. And I should say my dad's kind of hard of hearing, so a lot of times somebody might say something and he just doesn't understand it or doesn't hear it. So we weren't sure. We thought maybe the scout had mentioned who the person was. So over the course of some more conversations with the scout, my dad eventually finds out that this music video is from somebody on YouTube. So at first I thought my dad had misunderstood, because the way some other stuff sounded, it sounded like it was going to be a really big production. So it sounded more like something that actually might be for TV, like a music video for TV, so a well-known music star. So I kind of told my dad, you probably just misunderstood, even big stars, they put their videos on YouTube as well, but they'll also be on, whatever station that relates to their genre of music on TV. So, CMT, stuff like that. And he goes, well, I don't really know, that's just all he mentioned was YouTube. So I was kind of interested, but he still didn't catch the name of the artist. So it wasn't really until filming happened that I learned more. And probably because since I'd submitted the photos to the database myself, my dad had actually asked if I would be there during filming, just so I could interact with the people. Probably again related to my dad being hard of hearing, he wanted me to be there to kind of answer any questions the scouts had about stuff on the property and stuff like that, and kind of help out. And then just because of my job, I have a little bit of experience with interacting with film crews and stuff like that, so my dad kind of wanted me there for that. And I had my one little brush with frame of being an extra on the Hunger Games. So I have very little experience in regard to being on a film set, but basically, if I have 1% of experience, my dad has 0%, and he wanted my 1% there. So And I thought it'd be interesting to be on a film set anyway, again, for a music video. So I took the day off from work and spent the day at my parents' farm. And so that's when I had a chance to meet the film scout myself, and actually did learn the music video was for a YouTube site. Was it for really, you know, a well-known country musician or a rock star or anything like that? So, oh, that's interesting. You know, this must be a pretty big YouTuber, because I was aware of how much they were paying my dad to film on his property. There were 5 actors / musicians that were on-screen talent, and then there was about a crew of about 10 or 12 people, and these were all paid professional crew members. They weren't amateurs. You know, they were camera people, sound people, a drone pilot, makeup and hair. These were all professionals who work on other stuff. This is their job. So this was a several $1,000s production. So the equipment was very, very impressive. So I thought, well, this is something semi-serious. So filming went all day. It was very interesting to watch. They filmed at multiple sites around the farm. It was very impressive looking. I got to interact with them a lot. And then they basically told us, we put these out very quickly, so it takes about a week or so of editing, and then they'll come out. So we just got the link a couple of days ago, and that's when we learned more about the musician that was involved. And it turned out is a very famous YouTuber. I should say, not one I'm familiar with, but it was a YouTuber called MattyB, which I believe his channel is MattyBRaps. So when I checked it out, he has over 7 million subscribers, and the music video they filmed at my parents' place had already got 1 million views within a couple of days. So it was very interesting to see that this video was really aimed solely for YouTube, and kind of see the resources that type of YouTuber is able to devote to video, where compared to somebody like me who's used to more of a, you know, an amateur approach to YouTube. You know, I have I think I'm around a little over 700 subscribers. Most of my videos only get 100 to 200 views. You know, I've had a few that have done okay beyond that, but most it's 100 and 200 range. So to see somebody, you know, basically every video they puts out, they're expecting 1 million views, and they're basically putting several $1,000s into each video production for a music video. That was very amazing. You know, I've never really thought of a YouTuber going like, all right, we're going to bring a crew of 10 or 12 to work on a production, high-tech equipment, all day, you know, and they filmed somewhere else. I think it was a 2 or 3 day site. It wasn't just like, it was one day on my family's property, but I think they filmed another day somewhere else. So this was a heavy-duty shoot just for a YouTube video. So it was very interesting and eye-opening to see that side of YouTube. I should also say, you know, MattyB was one of the people that was on the set during the filming. He was the one of the on-screen talent. Very nice kid. You would have never, just interacted with him, never known that, like, oh, he's super famous and stuff like that. So, you know, thumbs up, all our interaction with the crew. They were all very nice, very polite, worked with us to make sure that, you know, we were happy with how filming was going on the property and stuff like that. So it was a great experience from that side. So, you know, I enjoyed it a lot, kind of seeing that side of YouTube. I enjoyed it a lot just seeing filming in general, and also the interaction was very positive. As I said, there were really no complaints that we had. The only small drawback, it was a little cold that day, and basically filming was outside the entire time. So by the end of the day, everybody was getting very, very cold. So it'd been nice if it had been about 5 or 10 degrees warmer, but other than that, everything was A-okay with us. So that was my experience interacting with a famous YouTuber. If you'd like to check out the music video, I'll put a link in the description box below. If you want to check out the part that was specifically filmed at my parents', skip to about the 3-minute mark. It's about an 8-minute video, so the first 3 minutes is kind of like a intro, kind of giving the storyline, and the music video starts around the 3-minute mark. And the first 3 minutes were something that was filmed elsewhere, not on my parents' property. But once you get to the 3-minute mark, it'll go into a bedroom. That was actually my sister's old bedroom in our house. Then all the stuff filmed outside, and the pastures around the lake was all on my parents' farm. There's some stuff filmed in an old barn. That's on parents' farm. The hayloft, again, that's the barn. There's something that looked like an old abandoned house. That's actually a building that's on my parents' property. So pretty much everything on the farm related and the bedroom related was filmed at my parents' place. So it's a very cool video. It's very well done, and they shot the farm beautifully. So, check out the video. You'll get a chance to at least check out where I grew up. And so, hope you enjoyed the video. My take on, getting to interact with a famous YouTuber. In the comment section below, if you've ever had your own little brush with some big YouTube star, let me know in the comment section below who it was and what your experience like. I'd be very interested to hear that. Be sure to like. I definitely appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Really appreciate that as well. And as always, I'll remind you that I'm involved in a couple of other YouTube channels, Project Nerdy and Reread Books. So if you're interested in those channels, the links are in the description box below. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you the next time.